Hmm. Okay. We got Clone Dance with the Power Claw. So it's a great sting team. I'm gonna start with my Fouling Buzzer. Because I can swap out his flyer. And it does strong damage to him. And then my Great Sting hits that Damp Scrap for extra damage, so that's good. I might even take his Flying Racial on the back row. It's weak damage, so maybe not. He'll probably go for Uncanny Luck, so let's go for the strong damage here. Hmm. I think he's going to lose his Flying Racial here. So... Gonna bring in the Nightshade. I could go for the blind, but he still has the 50% chance to land Cyclone, even while blinded, because of Uncanny Luck. So I'll just burn Call Darkness. It's weak damage versus the Beast anyway. Is it worth going for blind while he has Uncanny Luck? I don't think so. Yeah, I should be in a good spot to win. The fact that he never got his Cyclone out is very helpful. I think I'll play like something with cleanup or... What is that? That's weird. Yes, probably something with like cleanup or an item remover. Maybe Graves. I have a couple Graves teams that could work. Maybe. I think Stone Grind is a better pick though. But Graves will probably be fine. So we got this one. Probably one of these two teams. I feel like Blazehound into a critter is a bad idea. Especially because the critter is faster than him. This team will probably do fine. So I have Grave Destruction to remove Cyclone. Anomalous is going to be great versus his Flyer. And then... Pretty sure the Rose Typhon will have no trouble 1v1ing. His Scorpion. I'd probably be better off playing a team with the Stone Grinder versus the Critter, because Graves is going to take extra damage from from the Critter's basic attacks, and he's slower. Well, so is Stone Grinder, I guess, but Stone Grinder has a bleed. I play the Stone Grinder a lot. I'm going to try other options for countering Cyclone, see how they do. Oops. Apparently I missed. Okay. So now he's double Cyclone, which means it's very good I have Graves. I think I'll start with Anomalous, in case he starts with that flyer. Is there any reason not to go for Toxic Fumes? Well, it will buff his Great Sting. But I think it's still worth going for. It allows me to use Puncture Wound right away, and it buffs my Poison Protocol, so I think it helps me a bit more than it helps him. He's not even bothering going for Void Cyclone, which is odd. Not sure about that one. I'm perfectly happy to trade my magic pet for his, because I don't want my snake having to 1v1 him later on. Let's bring in Graves, and just go for a Skull Toss. Probably Grave Destruction right away. Unless he brings in the flyer. Yeah, we'll go for the Grave Destruction now. Get rid of that Cyclone. Go for a Skull Toss in case he brings in the flyer. I think Graves can 1v2 at this point. I didn't really need the Rose typing. Anomalous kind of erased his entire team's health in two moves, because this game is balanced amazingly. Yeah, I don't really understand why Technique likes to play... He's the guy who plays the Triple Dragon Troll team. And he plays Little Rag, Graves, and Curse Vermin. Fought him in my last video with Alpine Foxling and kind of 1v3'd his whole team. I don't understand why he runs Magma Wave on Little Rag, because Graves already has a Cyclone remover. I mean, I guess it has a cooldown, but just being able to remove Cyclone once, like, pretty much shuts down just about any Clone Dance team. I have a couple teams with Stone Grinder I'm considering playing, because I feel like I might get that guy again, possibly. Trying to remember, did I play this team recently in a video? I do like it, but I also play it a lot, so maybe I can come up with something else. I don't think I did. What else could I play? It'd probably be either that team or this team. And I kind of like this team better because I have a weather changer. I still probably auto-lose to, like, say, a Blossoming Ancient with either team, but at least I have a way to change Sunlight to something else. But I've played that team so much more. I played the Violent Pultrid. Alpine Foxling. I'll play this team. I feel like last time I played it in a video, I didn't play it that well. Like, I think I had a maybe questionably winnable game if I played better. And I ended up losing, if I remember right. So, I'll play it. I don't think it really matters which team I pick if I get a rematch versus the Clone Dance team, because I can just remove his Cyclone every 3 turns. So he's playing Jeweled Ruby Whelpling. What does this guy have? Looks like it's basically the JSW, but no Arcane Slash. Maybe he's running Flame Breath. I'm going to start with Stone Grinder. We'll go for Thunderbolt or Bleed. Thunderbolt seems like more damage. I'm going to go for Thunderbolt. And then I'll go ahead and sweep away his Cyclone right away, and he'll probably AFK. So I'm going to pick my moves quickly so he didn't get mad. I'm going to focus on playing fast as opposed to playing correctly, because I don't want him to rage quit. Although I really wouldn't blame him for rage quitting at this point. I mean, Stone Grinder versus all 3 of the teams that he's been playing so far is... yeah. Big counter. Let's go for another Thunderbolt, because big damage. So his stun's on cooldown. I think I will go ahead and bring in the Alpine Foxling, throw up Dazzling Dance, because that'll cause him a lot of trouble. Ow! Crit me. For all of my health. I'll go ahead and sacrifice the Alpine Foxling here. Thing has weird stats. It's a power flyer that's still faster than me. With his flying racial. 292 speed. Well. Let's bring in the Stone Grinder. We'll go for Cleanup. He doesn't have a way to buff his Cyclone hit chance, so we can just go for Cleanup for damage. And now I'll be faster than him on both of my pets, as long as I have Dazzling Dance, so I can probably stay in. I don't even think I need the Tiny Snowman. I can probably 2v3 him with Stone Grinder and the Foxling. Could swap. Call Blizzard does $3.99. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll just pass. Oh, I think my bleed crit. So even if I low rolled with cleanup, he'll die. Alright, great job, Stone Grinder. I'm gonna fish for a second, and then Q, play for one more win. Ideally, I can queue it to somebody else for variety, although he is at least switching up his pets, which I appreciate. He's still going for Clone Dance every time, so I'll probably play something that I think has a way to deal with the Clone Dance. Let me think about teams. Played with the Stone Grinder. We played with Graves. Enchanted Broom, maybe? Enchanted Broom has cleanup as well. This team wouldn't do super duper fantastic versus that dragon with the stun because Rose Typhon's a speed tie. Maybe first pet that comes to mind is Jingles. We're dealing with 341 speed pets, since he is faster. Um, this team looks kind of fun. I don't have a way to deal with Clone Dance, though. I guess I have Minefield. Minefield's annoying for Clone Dance, but it doesn't counter it. It just kind of punishes swapping. Do I have any teams with Jingles that can deal with Clone Dance? This team would probably have no trouble versus Clone Dance because we saw how well the Following Buzzer does versus that combo. It's a really strong team. I probably don't have to play something that strong. Okay, so here we have a similar team. I have the Blazehound instead of Anomalous. Really strong team. I think it's a good option if I get him. So both of these pets don't really care about that fast dragon, although gotta be careful with my flying ratio on the Fouling Buzzer. I don't love the idea of playing the Blazehound versus the Critter. Although Jingles is a really good option. Kind of liking these teams a little bit better. Trying to decide between either this one or that one. Kind of just like this team better. Although it doesn't have a way to deal with Clone Dance. I mean, I can kind of do some stuff about Clone Dance. First of all, I can root him, which is going to prevent him from swapping, and he can play around it by starting with a critter who can't be rooted and throwing up Uncanny Luck. The other option is bringing Jingles. Are any of these other teams looking? I think the smartest move is this team, but well, he doesn't have liftoff, so I don't think this team has a way to deal with Ice Tomb. I mean, he has a critter who doesn't. Drafty's a bad pick versus the dragon. It's slower and does weak damage. I think this team. The problem with this team is I have an aquatic and he has like regular cyclones, so my Snapdragon's just going to get eviscerated by Clone Dance on the back line. He's a low health aquatic, so he's about the worst pet I could possibly bring versus this guy. Maybe I just won't play Jingles. I'll try to pick something else. Do I have another team with Graves, maybe? Not one that I feel like playing. Okay, let's look at the Enchanted Broom. Let's see if there's any other teams. I don't know. The Broom's a really bad choice versus the Dragon, though. I think I'll just play another team with the Stone Grinder. What was that other team I was looking at? This one? So this aquatic is faster than the dragon, which I like. Violent Pultrid is like the best counter for the Scrat. Do I have another team that I feel like playing more? Maybe the Deathwatch Hatchling. I do like the Deathwatch a lot. I'll play this team because I've played the other team more. But if it loses, I'll try the Deathwatch Hatchling team. Potentially. Unless I know it'll lose to whatever beats me. I want to make more teams with Jingles. He's a really good pet. For some reason I randomly queue into a lot of 341 speed pets. And he's really good versus them, since he's faster. Triple undeads. I'm probably screwed. I don't think there's any chance I beat him with this team. I could beat this guy, but it's very tanky. Play it out. Maybe I don't think my team is too low HP. It's gonna just get melted by AoE, sadly. Is it worth swapping? I think Blend the Water kills them, but I don't know if it's worth swapping. Well, I think if I stay in and play conventionally, my team loses, so I'll try a different strat. We'll swap here. Take him out with Blood in the Water, and I have to save the Snapdragon for Widget, because he's the only one who's faster. Okay, do I swap back to the Pultrid? I think I bring in probably Stone Grinder. Just because my Pultrid doesn't have his cooldowns yet. But yeah, my whole team is half health versus one Blight Breath. Like, I need Sandstorm or... What about the Deathwatch Hatchling team? I would be amazed if this team beat him. He takes weak damage from Dreadful Breath, but... Let me go for Thunderbolt. Is it worth going for the bleed? My whole team is just getting completely cleaved. I need crits or else I lose. I think the only way I possibly win is if I just send a YOLO Blood the Water. I don't know. It's just, look, my Snapdragon already dies to, like, any attack from Widget. Okay, maybe if I win this coin flip, I can win. He won. Well, I still have my mechanical racial. He's bleeding. We kill him here, and he kills me. I think I win by 1 turn. Yeah, I still have my mechanical racial. Okay. Huh. Did not expect this team to win. When this guy queues, he spams this team, so I could look back and find him real quick. Triple Sandstorm's probably the best option versus him. This Graves team actually beat him. That's surprising. I wonder if that was RNG. I don't remember that game. Idols beat him. I remember that was RNG. So he does so much AoE damage. I'm pretty sure this team should beat him consistently. I think Triple Sandstorm, most Triple Sandstorm teams will do well into it. Maybe an Alpine Foxlink team could do well. It's a very tanky team because of the triple undead racials. Plus, Blight Breath and the Scourged Whelpling are very high health. And then Widget's a very strong cleanup pet. So apparently this team somehow beat him. Which I'm pretty surprised about. Didn't I play this team already? I did. I guess I could play it again. What else do I think would do well? Oh, this team would probably do great. It's 0-1. But I think that was versus, like, a Blossoming Ancient team. It just didn't have the damage. So far, I'm thinking... a double Sandstorm or triple Sandstorm's your best bet. I think this team would probably... I don't know. You want a pet that's like faster than Widget for cleaning up. And ideally a beast, so you're taking weak damage from ideally a beast so that you're taking weak damage on the backline from Dreadful Breath. So there's a couple. The best ones are probably Indigo, Rose Typin, Sunglow Cobra. Versus him, probably Indigo or the Rose Typin. So, I actually don't know. The best Indigo team is probably this one. I don't know if this team would actually beat him because it's low HP, so he's just going to kind of cleave your whole team. Even though you're taking weak damage with Indigo, it's still going to take like 80% of your health, and then you just die to 1 darkness on Indigo. I'm thinking Indigo with 2 Sandstorm pets is probably guaranteed to win. So, like, say... maybe this team, or like... I'm thinking like Karaji Guardling, Living Sandling, and then the Cobalt Ram, or instead of the Cobalt Ram. So like this team would probably do fine versus that team. Or maybe have Indigo here as the cleanup pet. As long as he plays like a robot, which he usually does. Usually he just starts with Blight Breath, he goes into the Scourge Whelping, and then he cleans up with Widget. This team would probably win consistently. Maybe what might be slightly better is running Tremblor instead of the Living Sandling. I don't know if playing defensive versus him is a good idea, though, because while you're playing defensive, he's cleaving your back line, which Sandstorm deals with better than pretty much anything else. But no, I think the Living Sandling's just a better option, just because he hits harder. Yeah, this would probably be a pretty good team. Versus him. I'm genuinely very surprised that I won this game right here with Anomalous and the Rose Typin. We could see how that played out, I guess. So I start with Anomalous. He goes for Sleeping Gas. It doesn't land. And then I basically just spam Corrosion until he goes for Acid Rain. And then I change the weather instantly to mitigate his Dreadful Breath. Go for Poison Protocol to cleave him. And then once Anomalous dies, bring in Graves. Grave Destruction on cooldown. I have a corpse to eat, so I eat that. It looks like on his dead round. It looks like Anomalous and Graves actually basically 2v3'd him, and then the Rose Typin just blinded him on his undead round. It's kind of surprising. Cool. Well, I guess if you want to beat him quickly, then just play, because it's a very common team. I'm sure you'll see it on multiple brackets. Just play this team I played earlier, the Anomalous Graves team. And then pretty much any beast with 341 speed or 325 or higher. Not sorry. Any beast that's faster than 325, which are going to be 341 or higher. I don't think there's any like 327 speed beasts or anything. Your best one's probably either Indigo, Indigo or the Rose Typin Death Adder, whichever you have. I guess Sunglow isn't a terrible option, but he doesn't have any survivability really. Cool. I'm guessing that's RNG though, because this guy runs he runs Sleeping Gas for whenever he's in a bad matchup. And if he lands the sleeps, you're probably not going to win. Well, I mean, I won very handily with this team. Like, basically, Anomalous and Graves just cleaved his whole team. And then my Rose Typin just comes in on the last turn and could have AFK'd throughout the blind for fun, but I think he was perfectly healthy if I remember right. Only took 13 rounds to beat him. So, cool. There we go. Gonna call it for now. Decent games. Surprising win there at the end. Very close game there at the end, but I'm gonna call it for now. Take a little break, and keep some more later, so see y'all in the next one.